in Python. So list is basically a collection of different elements in a Python, and just like here we can see one example for that. Just like I can store multiple elements like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's run in Python. It will directly give you that. So if you run this, so here's a list of collection of numbers. So even if you want to check the type of this L, you can check it. It returns the class list. You can also store different types of data. It's like float. Let's say if you want to store float and let 3.2 and some others number. So if you check this again, this is also a list. After this, you can also store characters, strings. So if you again check this, it is also a list. So basically what are lists? Lists are collection of different types of data. You can also store different data types in the same. Just like this, these are the integers. Next we can select float. Next let's say we select string. So if you run this, it is also list. So basically what are lists? Lists are basically just such a collection in which you can store different types of data, and that's it. And our next one is creating lists. So how you're going to create lists? You are going to create list using this square bracket only. Although there are other brackets like let's say this bracket. So this bracket is not going to create list. Suppose we check this, it is set. Now let's say if you try this one, this bracket. If you are creating sequence using this bracket, if you check type, you will get tuple. So basically different brackets create a different type of sequence. Different type sequence. So for creating list, you are going to use these square brackets. So in this way, you can see it returned lists. Let's take an input out in the list. So how are you going to take input in the form of list? Let's say L is equals to list. Earlier we are using integer. So if a user is entering anything, suppose like this, just like we want num, and we are writing directly like input, enter number. So if you check that num is 1 to 3, but if you check the type of the num, it is a string. So therefore we want this to be of integer form. So what we have done before that, for that we have put this whole input in the int. Now our num will become integer. Now let's check type of the num. Now it is integer. Now the same sorry. Now in the same way we are going to apply for the list. Let's say L is equals to list, input, enter your sequence. Okay, it is one bracket. Okay, let's enter sequence. Now if you check L, okay, it also take comma. Let's say let's enter the hello. Here you can see that L is getting each and every character from here. So in this way you can take input of list from the user. Now there is one more thing which you can use, like just like we have one more sequence for this, and I have said that a comma b comma c is equals to, before this we have the a comma b comma c equals to It's like user at the rate host dot partition, and here we are writing at the rate, something like this. So A is getting user, B is getting at the rate, C is getting host. So what will happen here? So actually this thing is actually returning a sequence. This sequence is called tuple. Let's save this into a variable. And now if you check the type of this t, you can see it is a tuple. You can even convert this t to the list. How you can going to convert that? For converting, you are going to use bracket of list, and inside that you have to pass that value. Just like same way you done with input, we are going to same do with going to doing the same thing with the tuple one. We are after this we are going to learn about tuples. Don't worry about that. So here you can see it changes the bracket from the circular one from normal bracket to the square bracket. So in this way you can convert any sequence into a list. Suppose here is one more sequence. Okay, let's say s is equals to this. Now type of s is set. We are also going to learn about this later, but let's first convert its type. So if you want to convert this into list, we are going to use list and then s. So you can see we can get the list. So for conversion, we are going to use list. So our next topic is the traversing list. Okay, so traversing list means accessing each and every element of a list one by one. But instead of traversing, let's learn first about what is index. How is that index is going to be used in list. Indexing in list is same as just like in string. But instead of returning one character, the list will return that element. Suppose s is equals to hello. Okay, so s0 will return h. But L is also, let's change L to something else. Let's say first element is hello, second is Python, third one is 23, fourth one is 3.141, and fifth one is, we can give any data type. Let's go with Captain. So now let's check. S is this and L is this, and L is a collection of these elements. And these elements are some of them string, integer, float. Now what you are going to do is that we are going to access S0. S0 HH, S1 is E. In the same way, if you type L0, which is 0 index, which means our first element. Our first element is hello. So it is going to return hello. You can see that it returns us hello. Now after this L1 returns Python. Now L2 if you check, it is returning 23 because first, second, third. So 0, 1, 0 index hello, 1 index Python, 2 index 23, fourth index is 3.14, third in, second index is 23, fourth, third index is 3.14, and fourth index is character A. So in this way you can index, and you can also find the length of your list using length L. So length is a built-in function which can be applied to any sequence. So what will happen here is that you go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can also write for loop this for I in range. Just type length of L. In range we are passing a number which is equal to the length of our list, and we are going to print I. So what it is returning 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is simple one. We have already learned this. Now next thing what we are going to different is I, and then at the same time we are going to print L of I. So here you can see that at 0 index, we have hello. At first index, we have Python. At second index, we have 23. At third index, we have 3.141. At fourth index, we have 8. So in this way, you can traverse your list and index your list. And after this, we have indexing, updating list using index. So now in strings, you cannot do this, but in list, you can do this. For example, right now L is equals to this. Now, if you want to change, let's say if you want to change that A to something else, uh, L0. So L0 is hello, and we are going to change it like it's simple. We are accessing this element and we are going to change this hello. Instead of hello, we are going to write welcome. Now if you type L or print L, it returns this value. So here you can see that earlier at 0 index we have hello, and now after modifying L0 to welcome, we have welcome. So in this way you can modify this. Now after this, what happened if you can also do this same with a string, just like S0 is H, and just modify this like this. Instead of hello, we are going to change yellow. But here you can see type error string object does not support item assignment. Why does it say? This is the immutable nature and mutable nature of Python. So a string is basically immutable and list is mutable. What does immutable and mutable mean? Mutable means you can change its data, but immutable means you cannot change its data. For example, just like soon we have done like hello, welcome, and after welcome you can also write good or something else. Now if you check L, now again we have converted its first value. So here we have successfully uh, changed the value of first element, basically zero, which is at 0 index in list, but we cannot do this in a string because the string is immutable. Immutable data types cannot change their data on their own. And even if you do change, they throw error like the string object does not, str object does not support item assignment. So what does item assignment means? This is our item, and using equal you are assigning this at element at index 0. So string does not support because it is immutable, and list can support this because it is mutable. So this is basic concept, and it is used many times, and this is similar with the list and tuple. We will cover up this later. Now let's take input from user. No, we are not going to take input from user. We are going to create a list of fruit, and it's like orange, apple, mango, and kiwi, pears, and this one more we can add lychee. Okay, now let's turn this for I in fruits. For I in, you can even traverse this list in a different way also. It's like this. For I in fruits, it's like fruits. For fruit in fruits, print fruit. Okay, now let's run this. So what will happen here? We have a list which is called fruits, and it has different types of fruits. You can store even anything, but here we are storing only fruit. And for fruit in fruits, basically what happened? This is different variable. This is like this fruit, and this is fruits. It has S. You should not confuse with this one. This is list, and this is This is string. This is element basically. So what will happen is this is going one by one. It's like orange, apple, mango, kiwi, pears, lychee. So here you can see orange, apple, mango, kiwi, pears, lychee. So in this way. So in this way you can traverse a list. And another one which I already told you using len fruits. Basically what you're going to do for index and length of fruits, print fruits index, and it should always be in the range. So here you can see you can also get by this, and in this method you can also print the index at which index they are falling. You can see at 0 index it is orange, at first index it is apple, second index it is mango, third index kiwi, fourth is pears, fifth is lychee. Now let's get to the second part of the list functions. So now the second part, we are going to learning a negative indexing of the list. What is negative indexing? Basically, just like in a string, we have positive index, which is going from 0 to just before the length of the string. In the same way, we have negative indexing in a string, like going from minus of the length to up to the minus 1. For example, we have L equals to 1, let's say A, and some random characters, and Python, where key. Okay, now if we try L0, it returns this. Just like in a string, we have just like in we are doing S0, S1, S2. But in negative one, what are you doing? S of minus 1. It returns the last one. In the same way, you can do L of minus 1. It will also return this last one. So if you could try L of minus 1, L of minus 2, L of minus 3, L of minus 4, and L of minus 5. Now after this, if you try, it will go out of the range because we have only 5 elements. So minus 1, this one is minus 1, this one is minus 2, this is minus 3, this is minus 4, this is minus 5, and there is no nothing for minus 6. Therefore, it just left index out of range. And the same way you can use L of 0 up to you can go like L of 4. And now if you try L of 5, it will also give index out of range. So basically, our list has also valid range from negative of length of its own up to positive of length and minus 1. What does it mean? Suppose it's like length of list is this, length of L is 5. So negative of length L is minus 5, and from minus 5 to length of L minus 1. So for minus 5 to 4, we have valid index range. Or you can simply say length of L, negative of length of L to length of L and just before, because last one we don't want as it is erasing error, and even it is skipped in most of cases. So this is valid range for the list indexing. You can even traverse your list, just like for I, for index in L, print index comma L of index. Make sure it is L of index. So what is this? This is must be integer or slices, not a string. Oh, sorry. For index in range, make sure that you're passing the index value as a integer value. So what happened here is for index in L, first index will set to A, and L of say is nothing because it returned error. So you have to pass length of L in range, and after this you're going to print index and L of index. So we have already done this before. Now we want this for negative indexing. So for negative indexing, what we need to do, we need to start from minus of length L up to, from minus of length L, we want to go up to like 0, and step should be -1. If you print this, sorry, step should be +1. So it is default as +1. Now if you run this, here you can see that at -5 we have A, -4 we have FZDLS, at -3 we have Python, at -2 we have key. So that's all about negative indexing. Now, as we have valid range, so let's try that valid range for it. We are going to want to go up to length of L, and after this, let's print this. So you can see that -5 we have A, at -4 we have FZDLS, -3 Python, -2 var, at -1 key. So what happened? It goes from here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually it's -5. It's like -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. And after this, it came back here and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how negative indexing works. And if you want to traverse in that, as example, you can traverse using negative indexing. Now, there is one more thing. What if you want to reverse the list? For example, currently we have list L as this. Now, if you want to reverse this, there's one simple shortcut. You can use this ::double minus. Using this, you can reverse the whole list. Now, L of, let's save this into new one. K is equals to L. Now, K is this. Now, K of 0 is key, and L of 0 is A. So in this way, you can also reverse this. Next one is list concatenation. So what does list concatenation means? List concatenation means joining. Just like in a string, we are joining two things. For example, plus, we have joined these of them. In the same way, you can join them. A 42. You can write anything, and 3.2. And let's say you want to concatenate with list. Anything again. So if you run this, you got that your list is concatenated successfully. So what does concatenation means? It means joining two index. So you can see that A is equals to 1, 2, B is equals to 3, 4. If you print A plus B, it is getting 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also try it. B is equals to 3, 4, and print A plus B. Return 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's next? After this, after concatenating, you can also save into a new list. For example, let's say we are getting A plus B as this. You can also save it to A plus B. Now you have C, which has combined list of A and B. You can also reverse the order just like this if you want opposite, concatenate opposite. So basically they are going to add side by side, just like there's one right, there's one left. Just smash them to one. After concatenating, we have repetition. Just like in a string, let's say string of A into 2. It got 2, let's say 5. We got 5, let's say for 7, we got 7. The same way, you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, and you can repeat it many times. You can see 1, 2, 3 is repeated 4 times. Just like an example, you can see print 1, 2 to 3. So you can try this 1, comma 3 into, let's say, print them 2 times. So you can see 1 and 3 is printing 2 times. So this is all about list repetition. And list repetition should always like L into any number. So first argument should be list and then multiply and then number. So you can see it is also getting double. And one more thing, here we can see that L into 2 I have done. Our list is double, but L is same. L is not going to be changed. And even same with K. K is you double the K, but K is still same. So it does not replaces K. Same with plus. Let's say K plus L if you have done. L and K are still same. They are not going to change. Okay, some now list slicing. As I have already told that this example while comparing to range, which is start, stop, end, which is similar to start, stop, step actually, not end. So we can apply this on any string. You can apply this almost on any string, or not a string, almost on any sequence you want. So if you let's say L is equals to 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6. Just like we have this. Okay. So if you simply run L, it will return this. Now if you run like this, L of 0, it returns your index. Now if you run like this, 0 to 4, 0 to 2. So what it does, it select 0 to 2 means, here 0 to 2 means it goes for 0, 1, 2, but 2 is not going to print because it is upper limit. 2 is not print, basically 2 is not going to be accessed. So it will going to access L0 and L1. So here you can see it accessed L0 and L1 and return both of the combined. Now let's say if now you can see other example like starting from 1 and going up to 4. So this return 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 is still not printed. Why? Because this is 1, 2, 4. What it does basically 1, 2, 3 and 4, but 4 is not, 4 is our upper limit, so it is just stop there and 4 is not coming. So it selects L1, L2, L3. So 2, 3, 4 is selected here. Now in the same way, you can do it like L4. Now there's other example. For example, L is this, and this is fourth element, and you want all of the element including this before it. So you can simply run this L, just like it has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to do colon, then 4. So it returns 1, 2, 3, 4. So what does this empty one means? If you run it like this, it means it is equivalent to just like same as 0 colon 4. Now if you do this, interpret this 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and just before 4 it will stop. Now go with L0, go with L1, go with L2, go with L3. So here we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in the same way we can also use it like this, 4 colon like this. So what is this? This is basically 4 column is same as 4 to max. So it will basically go 4, 5, 6, 7 until and unless your sequence is not going to end. So for example, here we have L4, it accessed, L5, it accessed, L6, it cannot access. So basically that's why L4 colon return just 5 and 6. So in this way, list slicing works. So we are slicing a list basically. Now after this, we have one more thing, which is step. So what is a step? Just like in range, we are stepping starting from 1, 3, 5. If we have, let's suppose, if you have range 1, 2, 10, and we are stepping 2. So what will happen? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. But 11 is not going to print because it is greater than upper limit. In the same way, if you do it like this, 1, 10, 2, what it will give? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Again, 11 is upper than 10, so it's not going to be there. So if you do it like this, L of 1 to, let's increase our list size with different elements. So okay, now we have 11 up to 11 we have list. So what we are going to do, we are going to starting from 1 and ending up to right before 10, and we have a stepping 2. What does step 2 means? So notice that I have already tell 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So you can check at list index 0, 0 we have 1, A, but at index 1 we have B, index 3 we have W, index index 5 we have Q, index 7 we have I, and then index 9 at I. So what we are going to get output B, W, Q, Y, I as a list. So if I run this, so here you can see at L1, L3, L5, L7, L9. So, but it will not going to for 9. So you can basically do just like 9 plus 2 is 11. But 11 is what every element should be under 10, under upper limit. So 11 is less than 10. So therefore, it just stop right before crossing the upper limit. So in this way, you can slice a list using step. Now, we have already talked about this minus 1. What it does, it will just start with a negative 1. So it iterates negatively. After this, we can updating slicing of list. Okay, you can directly update the slices of list. Suppose L of 0, 2 is this. Now I want them to be capital. So what I can do, L of 0 colon 2 is equals to A, B. So now if you run L and even slice, so you can see, you can update directly slice without the same length. And if you try different size of this, it's like, let's say, go with a small one. And now you check. So what will happen here? That A, capital A and capital B, these two elements are replaced by these three elements. So in Python, you can directly replace these elements using these functions. So that's all about updating list slices of list. Different programming questions. Let's solve them. Our first one is create a list of 5 fruits and print the last fruit using negative index. So we have just done this, and we need to print last one. So for what? For that we have to do it like -1. Now if we run this program, okay, one more thing, I have not printed this. Okay, now if you run this, it returns the last one. So last one is lychee. So therefore it goes there. We got the output lychee, and while in accessing -1, which is the last index, last element of the fruits. Now print the second last element. For that you can simply do it like this. So it gives returns pairs. So here you can see that last second is pairs. Accept a list and print its last 3 elements using negative indexing. So for accepting list, we can do it like this. List L is equals to list input, enter your elements. Now print L, what it said, last three elements using negative indexing. So last 3 elements will goes from -3 to, actually we need to print last 3 elements, not slice. L of -2 and L of -1. So now what will happen? If you run this, let's type any random characters. So basically it was going to access last 3 character of this. So you can say that, see that J, K, S, these are accessed as list. After this, there's a question, it says swap first and last element using negative indices. So let's get to the fruit one. So we have this example. Now what we are going to do, swap first and last element using negative indices. So what is here first element? It is L0. And what is not L0? It is fruits 0. And what is last? It is fruits and then length of, so it is -1 basically. And we need to swap them. So what we can do, just, so with the help of this, you can swap this. And now if you print fruits, here you can see lychee is, which is the last one. It's like here we have run the code for -1 index. Now it comes to first place, and orange is first one. It is come to the last place. Here you can also see that. So these are the simple code. Find whether last elements even is odd. So for last element, you can just directly type L of -1. You can access and apply if and modulo with it. Modulo 2. If it is 0, then it is even. If it is 1, then it is odd. Concatenate two lists of student names. These are simple code, so you can take a screenshot and try on